What's up, y'all? We back for another video. This is going to be coming from that YouTube channel Maury. Title reads Twitch OF situation is disgusting. This should be really interesting because yeah, OF Twitch, very interesting combination. Let's get to it.
Response Twitch CEO Dan Clancy responds to Morgue Pie having a human slave on stream. He said, and I quote, "It doesn't violate our TOS and she wasn't viewbotting. As far as I'm concerned, this also appears to be consensual. I admire the innovation streamers bring to the platform." And this is the CEO, the Gooner, Twitch CEO Dan Clancy, and this is Morgue Pie. And here's the clip of her having some kind of
I always said that dude looks weird. He looks like he's a creep. You know what I'm saying? Pack him up.
a human slave on stream. Kind of weird.
Place.
Apparently he doesn't have a problem with this.
Good.
I mean, like, I just gotta pause right here and just say how far Twitch has fallen from what it used to be. It used to be a platform for gamers, people to chill and relax and just watch their favorite creator chill and like play video games and, you know, donate and chat with other community members. And now we literally have human like BDSM. What is this? What do you call this? BDSM, fetishized human slave kink type content? If this, I just gotta say, if the roles were reversed and this were a male with a woman popping out like this, bro, immediately termination, immediate ban for life, like indefinitely,
Right.
not even indefinitely.
And, you know, a lot of that just has to do with the fact of the CEO. It's clear as day he's into this nonsense. He's a creep. You feel me? So, of course, he's going to greenlight this type of stuff. You know, it's a woman. She's showing cleavage. You know what I'm saying? She's got on a spiked neck band or whatever. She's got a dude back there. It's just like giving very dominatrix type of nonsense. You feel me? And this is supposed to be a place where kids roam, adults. It's just like, why are you bringing this type of energy to this type of platform and it being okay? And like he said, if a dude did it, it would be a problem.
Definitely, permanently, bro. How does anyone get away with this? Like, what is this? Is she giving him a snack? Dude, Twitch actually allows people to have fetishized, what is this, BDSM content? That's what you call it? BDSM content. I just want to make sure I'm getting, the terms right. BDSM, all right? Shit, man. Yeah, I don't think I can show this on YouTube. Let's just call it the plastic kink, right? The kink where you have skin tight plastic things on your body, all right? However, before we go any further, I need everyone to pay close attention. Now, recently, a jury ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. And they knew their apps could contribute to anxiety, depression, and body image issues, but did not share those risks while prioritizing profits. And the recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of these platforms accountable. Might be into having exposed hips on her model while this is allowed. Other people are saying, if this were the reverse and a guy had sex slave on his stream on an underage platform, humiliating her and feeding her dog treats, he would get permabanned. There'd be an investigation, people would demand prison, and the entire internet would want him hung from the...
Yeah, it's a double standard. That's definitely a double standard. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you know, the CEO, in my opinion, looked like he's in the files. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he's probably in that. Not that he is, but I'm just saying he gives that off. So, of course, he's going to be okay with this because he's probably watching from his phone doing some crazy shit.
Like, well, guys, we all understand the double standards. Like, this is nothing new, bro. Like, I don't feel like this needs to be said. Clearly, women, female streamers have been able to get away with a lot of different things. Male streamers have not been able to get away with. That's just the dynamics, you know, of the situation of society, and the Twitch CEO himself being a...
And a lot of that just has to do with the fact that they over sexualize, you know, women on social media, period. So, of course, this is going to be okay. And women don't seem to have a problem with it. Some do, but a lot of them don't. They're like, okay, I'm going to use my genetic gifts to my advantage. You know, that's just the world we live in. That's the game we're playing. So I'm going to play it.
Major gooner. Like, is anybody shocked? Someone said, why doesn't the Twitch CEO do something about this? Who do you think is in the suit? Who do we think is in the suit, guys? Who do you think in the suit? I don't know, man. This is crazy. Another person said, honestly, permanently ban her. Permanently ban the hot tubs category. Permanently ban every creator who funnels their audience to Fansly and OnlyFans. And while we're at it, ban Hassan too. I'm sick of this shit. Get this shit off of Twitch. Have some goddamn decency. Man, a lot of people are upset about this, obviously, rightfully so, because it's just like, bro, this is literally a gaming platform and I'm tired of acting like it's not. Like, sure, IRL streams are cool. Like, I literally saw the slow progression of just gamers dominating.
Yo, I ain't gonna cap. I know I'm stopping the video a lot, but listen, man, I'm just truly convinced that the world is just too damn horny, man. Just too damn horny. It's like every corner of the internet you go to is somebody trying to sell you on that type of stuff. It's just like, God damn, it's enough of that. Like, let this be a place where people can use their G-rated imagination, where it doesn't have to be R-rated. Everything got to be X-rated all over the internet. It's like, come on, fam.
The platform, Fortnite, Overwatch, and everything else like H1Z1 to then live streaming IRL content with people like Ice Poseidon going outside, actually touching grass and interacting with the real world, to then now just hot tub streams. I remember when the category came out, hot tub streams, and I was just like, what the f is this content? Why do we have big boobed titty bitches in hot tubs just like collecting donos by gooners on the platform who should be watching people gaming instead of actually, you know, collectively touching themselves while in a stream?
That's how it works, man. You know, all good things usually end up getting sabotaged. A place where gamers used to come and, you know, talk shit and, you know, crack jokes with their friends, you know, have competitive gaming amongst each other. They said, you know what? Let's infiltrate this and bring a bunch of, you know, females in here. And this is no shade to them, but let's bring them in here and let's have them do a bunch of X-rated content, you know, for the sake of getting a bunch of lonely men who don't know how to court a chick or don't have any riz to just be on here watching them. Yeah.
Full of thousands of other men. Like, is that not sus behavior? Another person said, just want to say that if Morg Pie was a guy having a female sex slave on stream, not only would he get permabanned, but people would be calling him a degenerate pervert who should go to jail. Absolutely. And full-blown investigation, hard drive check. I mean, career would just be completely like, all the slurs, all the terms, all the isms would be hurled at him, bro. And rightfully so, because listen, why are you doing this on? Nobody wants to see your kinks and public. Genuinely speaking, I'm gonna make it a priority of myself, like, to actually, I can't say the word, the B word, you know, because you
and the dude, like, you know, how like down do you have to be? Like, your self-respect, your dignity. Like, I'm not doing this shit with you. Like, what kind of dude? I'm sorry, I've never been into that type of stuff. That type of kink. Never been into that. You're not about to sit up here and humiliate me like that. No, we're not doing that. Take that shit somewhere else.
Two's platform. Oh my God, you're yeah, soft ass website. But you know, I'm gonna make it a priority to denounce this type of behavior, to shame people who come out in public, online, outside, doing this type of shit. Like, nobody wants to see this shit. Keep your kinks inside, you degenerate. A commenter said, innovation shows big titties and sex slave. How effing dumb is this Twitch CEO? Yeah, he literally said innovation. Innovate? Did he really say this? I gotta ask Grok now. Let me ask Grok. Grok, is this true? Rock, is this true? What does Grok say? Thinking about your request, blah, 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 doing his little computer magic, and it's gonna come back. Partially true, but the specific Dan's Glancy quote is likely fake or unverified. Morkpie did stream pet play. Whoa, they're calling it pet play. Human slave play, role play content. A clip went viral, blah, blah, blah. Gimp style suit, we already saw it. But as far as the Clancy quote, he said, it doesn't violate our TOS. I admire the innovation streamers bring to the platform, was the original quote. Circulating widely, but has no verifiable source. No clip, interview, tweet from DJ Clancy. So here's his handle right there. And multiple users have pointed this out, noting it appears to be made up or satirical, an exaggeration for the meme. Okay. So there's no proof that he actually said this. They do say that Twitch's actual rules generally prohibit sexually explicit or fetishized content that could be seen as erotic, but clearly She's getting a pass for this. And as for the Twitch CEO, I mean, good God. Has he not said anything about this recently? Nothing. He's not made a tweet since last year. Another person said, I've been banned for everything under the sun for a decade, but SEX slaves is cool? Aight, son. I mean, this is the world we live in again.
I mean, and then not only that, you know, respectfully, but she's, you know, the Lily white girl, you know what I'm saying? And this is no shade to her. I'm not a racist or anything like that, but we got to call it like we see it. She gets a pass. You know what I'm saying? She has that privilege to do that. You feel me? And on top of that, she's a female. Again, respectfully. So it's always going to be a scenario where they tend to get, it just doesn't come off as harsh when I guess a woman does it. But yeah, when a man does it, it's like, you know, he's the scum of the earth. He's the shit under the bucket. You know what I'm saying? If he does something like that. But yeah, like I said, I'm not surprised. But this is the world we live in. You know what I'm saying?
Again, let's take a look at this clip, bro. Like, actually, what's going on here?
Place.
And she's likely making thousands per day off of this shit.
Good.
I want to see the chat. Someone says recovering from blah, blah, blah. How about stitches? How bad are they if you have any? What is the all right, so this is the reactions from people. Someone said, what the frick is that?
Okay, where were
the
we?
F? Yeah. So even her chat was caught off guard. Yeah, man, this has to, if I'm like, honestly, obviously the Twitch CEO is a gooner himself. Otherwise, immediately banned. Bro, the Twitch CEO wouldn't even have to see this for her to be banned. It would literally just be admins on the website, the mods, the bans, like the moderators, the people, the managers of this website. They know this. They've seen it. As soon as they would have seen this, she should have been banned. Again, roles reversed. A big hairy chested man, you know, a man coming out with a dainty little girl in, let's say, a school.
And what's so crazy about this, if she had gotten banned, she would have probably made a big deal about this shit. Like, oh, you know, they're trying to, you know, attack me and it's not fair and this, that, and the other. Men get to do da-da-da-da-da. No, because even when they do stuff like this, it gets called out. And you need to be called out for this. This is not the platform for that. You know what I'm saying? Go take your ass over to Live Jasmine or something like that. Please don't ask me why I know that. But yeah, take your ass over to Live Jasmine or something like that. Get this out of here.
A school uniform with the pigtails and all that, looking like a little lolly anime character. Immediate ban, bro. Immediate ban. Even if it was the same with the BDSM, a girl doing this and a man sitting at his chair. Listen, we already know the dynamics. Someone said, I really miss when Twitch was actually used to stream video games and building communities of gamers and not just softcore corn. Another person said, I love kink and enjoying participating in kink spaces, but it just seems really disingenuous and strange. What's straight up that is streamers on what's grammar, please? Supposed to be a 13+ website, but then also ban VTuber models who show hips or people who mention dual streaming. LMAO. So yeah, double standards, hypocrisy.
I'm gonna tell you what's happening, right? See, we already know, for those that live in the United States of America, most of these X-rated sites have been basically banned. And they want you to verify your age by uploading your ID. So basically just more data checkpoints, data collecting checkpoints for them to have your information and just see all of the, I guess you could say, gooners and weirdos out here that, you know, indulge in adult content. Most people probably didn't bother with doing that. So now they got to find another avenue to get this type of content to the people who want it, who I guess needed. And now you're flooding the likes of Twitch and the Kicks and all of that with this. And it's like, come on, man. Like I said, the world is too damn horny at this point. You know what I'm saying? And it's like every corner of the internet, there's got to be some X-rated content. It's unnecessary.
Cherry picking and selective enforcement of the rules. We already understand this is not a fair, balanced playing ground for streamers. I mean, so it said Hassan shocking his dog also counted as innovation. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on with Twitch. Dan Clancy, clearly he's into this type of stuff publicly. I've seen things about Dan Clancy, you know, I guess having relations with a lot of, I'm not going to say a lot, but rumors through the grapevine that he's had relations with female streamers in exchange for favors or overlooking particular activities
Sicko.
happening on those streams. You know, quid pro quo. I scratch your back, you scratch my, well, can't say it on this video, but. And of course, Morgie Pie came out saying WCEO, like, no shame. Someone said, you're a prostitute appealing to loser sims. You're not worth the napkins they beat off into. Yo, these comments are crazy, man. Honestly, bro. Yeah, apparently on the timeline, Morgie Pie also said just a girl and her little pet. So clearly she's moving out here with impunity. Yeah, here's this guy. Loser. What are you doing, bro?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you have like no self-respect, no dignity, nothing about yourself. For you to let somebody basically humiliate you, and yeah, you might be wearing a mask, but you know deep down that if it ever got out and she wanted to expose you, blackmail you, she can always say, oh, this is such and such. Like, come on, fam. You got to have more dignity and self-respect.
On stream, embarrassing yourself like this. Clearly,
Facts.
you know, publicize kinks and fetishes. Listen, I'm not a virtuous moral high grounder. I don't care. It's just don't do this on the platform on Twitch, where it's supposed to be like more of a family friendly environment. And that's my stance, right? I'm not a.
And the problem is there aren't enough mothers and fathers, aunties and uncles that are pissed off enough. See, they couldn't pull this shit in the 90s, even the 80s. They couldn't pull this. People would be in an uproar. They would have this app banned. They would get it. They would have it basically demolished if they had tried this back in the day. But because, you know, us millennial parents, some of Gen Z parents, you know, the older Gen Z, the older ones in Gen Z that are parents, they're too relaxed. They're too chill with shit. You feel me? And so they can get away with this. We're too chill with stuff.
Get a moral high grounder. I'm not perfect.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
not
like.
that
I'm not a
serious.
what do you call it? A prude.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, time and place, context, and the fact that other creators have been banned for much less, like far less, is why a lot of people are upset about this. Not only because we don't want to see your kinks in public on stream, on the platform other people are trying to use to, you know, make a living with playing video games and IRL content, but also people have been banned for far less, and I think that's why a lot of people are upset. But yeah, I think this needs to go. This needs to be banned outright, no matter who it's coming from, male or female, and that's just my stance on it.
That's the end of the video. Yeah, I totally agree, man. If you're going to be that way with the men posting that type of content, you know, kinky fetish type of content, you need to be all the way even with the women. You know what I'm saying? We got to level the playing field. You know, we've pretty much made it a society where it's like everybody want to be on the same kilt, same page. So men do something wrong, same thing got to happen to the women. And I say that respectfully. You feel me? Because that's unacceptable. We shouldn't have that type of stuff on a platform that is family driven. It's supposed to be a family platform where your kids, your mom, your dad, your aunties can go on and watch content. You feel me? So yeah, crazy. But yeah, y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Make sure you chin check the like button, take the subway, and be sure to sound off in them comments till security kicks y'all asses out. All that being said, it's your boy Robbie. Till the next video, we gone.